this is part of the wing that you can't see it all because it's just too bloody big to get on the screen. So I'm not happy with it. The reason being is it's too flexible. It's made up of two halves, as you can see. Now here, if I move that like that, you can see how flexible that is. And on the wingtips, it's very flexible. Now I made some, I cut the ailerons, elevons out, whatever you want to call them, from there. But because they're 6mm thick, they were so flexible. So I put a carbon spar in them and it's still just as bad. So anyway, in my temper, I've thrown them away. So what I've done is, let's go in there. I've now got 3 complete pieces that I've cut out. So this build is actually taking up twice as much Depron as I'm supposed to. That's the bottom because it's got a bit of a scuff on it there. That's the middle and that one's the top. So, well, I think about it, Depron has got a good side and a bad side, believe it or not. Now, to find out, if you wet your finger and just rub it gently, you see how that's gone matte there. And if you do it on the other side, it hardly touches it. So this is the good side. Yeah, although there's some scuffs on it, doesn't matter, that's going to be the good side anyway. I always glue this side, which is the rough side. So what I'm going to do is, I'll get rid of that one. I'm going to cut a slot here wide enough for the spar in the middle one, which is this one, and get rid of that one as well. So basically I'm going to cut a big slot in there, completely out of that. And then I can put the bottom piece on, and then I can put this one on top of it with the spar, glue it all together, and then put the top one on and glue that on. So the spar won't be visible, plus which you've then got, I'm going to have 12mm for the ailerons, which is going to make them a hell of a lot more strong. So hopefully it'll take all the flex out of it, because this stuff is very, very flexible. So we'll see how it goes. I've cut the elevons and I've also shaped them, as you can see, or possibly you can see, don't know. They are, I think it's 2 inches there, and it goes down to 1.5 inch on the end. I've also sunk in the servos, so they go all the way through. If I can show you underneath, they go all the way through like that. Oh yeah, look at that for a cut. What a place to cut yourself. That hurts. Anyway, so I've done that. I've channeled the wires in there, so they're going to come out roughly there, and that's the back end sort of done. So what I'm going to do is, I've still got to put the horn on there, or the control thing, whatever. It's only going to be a very short control linkage, which I like that. So that's that done. I cocked up. You know this measure twice, cut once? Well, anyway, I measure twice and then completely don't get the original measurements right. Anyway, on the nose piece here, it's supposed to be a lot wider than this on the nose, and it's supposed to come out to about here. Anyway, what I did, I had the canopy on there, and all I basically did was just measure around the nose piece, and then I cut it straight down to there. Anyway, but it's done. It's all been wiped down. It's ready to cover now. So I'm going to cover it. Here's the back piece that you can not see all of it, but hey, there you go. Servos obviously go in there, which I've left out because I think I'm going to cover the bottom first, and then I'm going to put the servos in so I can go over the servos. The only thing is I need to strengthen that now because I've had to cut these out, so I may have to put a carbon spar down there, but it should be okay actually, because I've got a piece on the bottom obviously, and I've got the motor mount to secure the two in place, so that should be alright. There are a few rough pieces, but the old plane's been a that'll do sort of exercise. Bloody dents in it. Oh yeah, the other one. These here, you'll be able to see them. Anyway, there's these here because I had this battery that when I was working on the back, because my table only comes up to here, there, I was putting a battery on the front so as I could work on the tail, and I didn't realise it had got feet on it. But the laminate should cover that, I hope anyway. So what I'm going to do now is completely cover the bottom half, and then I'm going to move over to the top half. In my haste to get things done, I forgot a couple of very important parts. One is the VTX, which I'm going to be using a 1.2 gig. This is only a 4-channel 200 milliwatt, so I'm going to be using that. I'm not going to put any cooling on it because it's going to go on the underside of the wing, so that'll, you know, sit like that. I don't know anyway. And also, thanks Dave, you've made me spend money that I didn't intend on spending. This is an immersion RC EZUHF Nano, which you get a sander antenna, which is crap. You get a cable with, I presume that goes into there somewhere. Loads of wires on it, which I don't know where they go yet. I presume PPM power, I don't know. Not had a look. It's probably on the instructions. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Another wire, and 2 patch leads. One of them goes in there, I presume. Yeah. So this is the one I'm going to be using. I think. Am I? No, I've got to use that one. Yeah. I don't get that out. So I've got to use that one because my antenna is going to go straight up down sort of thing, you know, like that. Although it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so that's it. I'm going to be using that one. So I've got to cut the wires. I've got to cut the holes for these two into the wing, and hopefully I can get it covered then. On second thoughts, I'm going to be using, I'm not going to put the stuff on the wing, I'm going to put them in the fuse itself. This one, I'll have to fold that up or do something with it, but that one can go, it's got to go a bit further forward. I don't want to keep it too close to the motor, so I might put that there so the canopy will just go over the top. And I'm going to be using Simon's coiled dipole. So that will go, I don't know yet, but I think that'll go, it might even go on the back, I don't know. But that will be able to go through the bottom there because obviously the length of it, that's going to go into the bottom fuselage piece. And this one, which is the VTX, I'm going to be using my homemade dipole. So that can go up the front in there. So that will stick out of the front there. and then the camera obviously goes on the front like that. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to mount them inside rather than on the wings, because it just, I mean, the fuselage, it's long, so it's just pointless putting them out, because I was going to put them about here, but the fuselage itself, it's the same length as the place I was going to put them, so may as well keep them all inbound. So I'm going to do that. I wish I could show you how good this purple looks. It's absolutely fantastic colour. It changes colour depending how the light hits it. Anyway, there's a few pieces that I'm not happy with, but seeing as I haven't done it for years and years, you know, I've done a pretty good job, I think, myself personally. Servos are mounted. That's a bit wrinkled, but I'm not really bothered about that. Wires to the servo come out to here. There's a bit on the front that I've still got to finish off. Which you can't see. So I've still got to finish that bit on the front. And also, I've cut this bit out because this is going to be mounted. The fuselage is going to be mounted on it. Obviously you need some bonding surface. These are for the what they're called now, stabilisers, rear stabilisers, which I'm going to be mounting like that on a V. It's going to be a V-tail, I think. I'm not sure yet. I might just recover that and then have a single one coming out the top. I don't know. So there you go. It's certainly looking, it bloody done. It doesn't half look nice. Really, really nice colour. I'm really glad I decided to do it purple. I'm really annoyed that you can't see all of this, but hey ho. The elevons are now on, which have got pinned hinges on. So they're now installed. Canopy, blah blah blah. That isn't actually attached yet. And then on the front, which you're not going to be able to see all of it, but you know. So that's what the front's going to be like. Oh shit. That's what the front's going to be like. So that goes on there, that goes on there. That goes like that, and that's how it's going to look. Lovely. It is looking, although I do say so myself, it looks fantastic. Really, really, really does. I'm proud of that so far. Oh, incidentally as well, while I think about it, you know this desk. I was doing that well then. I've cut this piece out because it's going to be that's going to be glued to it. So obviously you need a good bonding surface. Oh.